Hello everyone, Splash here, and today we're making a chicken farm, and this one is easy to expand upon. That's why we're making it, and it's kind of cheap too. We are building these iron cage walls to give the tower we must build stability, and we need 6 of them on top of each other. The simple reason is that the eggs need to fall 10 meters from the hen for the hen to produce more eggs. The stone here is needed because otherwise the chicks might push each other out through the walls, and these thatched 45-degree roof tiles are here to make sure we redirect the eggs to where we want them. We cover these cage walls with wood tiles like this, but leave 1 meter uncovered up the stairs. And then we build these walls on the sides out of wood to the same height on both sides. It is mostly cosmetical reasons why I cover these stones with wood, but here we will make a little place for the eggs to land, so the hair is needed. This little roof we're building here is not really necessary either, it's just me thinking it's cute. And I realized afterwards that I built this a bit too tall now with wood. I don't need to do that, we'll see later. And this is where all the eggs will be collected, so you will not really need these things on the sides, but you will need this wooden beam on the front, because otherwise the eggs will roll out of the little hut we made for it here. I built this wall a bit too tall as well, which you will see now. Up here we are building with half walls the rest of the way because it's easier for the snap points and for measurements. We are putting up the flooring here because we need to stand somewhere when we'll continue to build here later. And this is why I needed the snap points, because we want these half walls here and here. And then it's time for the thatch roofs right here to make a collector. We're gonna put our hens up here later. So we need to make sure they can't get out anywhere, like this, and put one in the middle as well. Build a little floor here for the eggs to rest on, and later on even the chicks will stand on these before they are fully grown hens. Now we just need to make a little shelter here, or the eggs won't hatch. And then it's time to cover this side of the tower as well, and we're doing that with these full wall tiles. Before we build anything else, we want these eggs to hatch, so we're dropping 2 eggs in each little room here up top. And you don't have to be perfect, just keep them somewhat towards the middle rather than on the other edge. Now they're cold, so we will need to warm them up, but first we will need to put up a half wall here, otherwise they might push each other out and then we'll have chickens everywhere. And we will place a fire in the middle here, so we will need to remove the floor tiles for that. So we just put these up here, not permanently, but for now. And this is why I wanted a half wall here, because sometimes these fires aren't standing it. They don't want to go here, and you will have to remove the wood tiles up on the wall as well. But this seemed to work. And we're not waiting, we're building the hatchery now, and this is important. We need to make sure that we have our eggs at the right distance from the fire. And if you see here, these beams, I'm showing you that you need to be exactly, it's a little bit less than 8 meters away from the fire to make sure the eggs hatch. So this house is going to be exactly 6 meters long. The chimney will be separate from that. And these iron bars are just for cosmetic reasons. You don't need them at all. I just think they're cute. If you want to save on materials, you make all these walls out of wood and you skip these wooden beams. They're just there because I think it looks unfinished without them. And since the chickens tend to stack on top of each other and have really large hitboxes, you really need a little bit more space upwards. This is where the chimney is going to be, so you just need that wood wall there. And the door is going to be placed here. The stairs up here, and we'll move them further out on the stone later because there's a bit of a stumble through that door I noticed later. But this chimney here, it's all made of wood because I haven't had any problem with chicken being pushed through these walls anyway. Oh, maybe I have, but I haven't noticed because I have this fire inside of here. I haven't seen it. Anyway, this is the chimney, and you will only need a small door to make sure grey dwarves doesn't break it for you, and so you still can fill up on firewood. This is just me being complicated. You see this little gap that appears here? I can't stand it, so I am building something to make sure the thing isn't hanging in the air. It's just me, you really don't need to, but I needed to. Since this is going to be our hatchery, we need to put up a roof over this oblong building here. Right, final touches. This chimney. Let's make sure it's ready when the eggs start dropping down. I couldn't sit around and wait any longer, so I started to build the stairs down, which, well, better use of the time anyway. We finally have the hens in here. Now we can remove the fire and put up a floor so we have something to stand on top of while doing the last thing we need to do in here. Alright, now we can remove these floorboards here under the hens, and let's hope they sink down into that little hole we have there.
6 hours later.
Oh, finally. They look like they've been fallen down a bit down here. Yeah, there they are. But I will need to turn this floorboard around. It doesn't look. As soon as we can put both chicks or both hens under these floorboards, they can't move, but they still can reach the food. So this is why this is a good solution. Like that. The next thing we need is a wood wall, and we don't want it to snap towards these here. We want them to, you have to shift click to make sure it's somewhat in the middle of that plank there, because you want a little slit down there. Apparently that is enough for the hens to reach the seeds that you're dropping in. You don't need to drop these exactly in the middle either, because the hens can reach it anyway, but too far out on the edges and they won't be able to reach, so try to be close to them. Alright, the only thing left to do here is to build a shelter to make sure we're safe from bats as well. That's it. Thanks for watching.